This has been an absolutely wonderful evening, has it not? I really want to thank Dr. Ellen Bogan and his wife, Sandy. They've been fantastic hosts in Seattle. Thank you so much. This is the 14th annual Night of Light for this foundation, and it's hard to believe it's been 14 years. And I really think about, well, what's it going to be like in 10 years? What are we going to be talking about for the 24th Night of Light? And when I think about light, I think about the luminaries. We're fortunate enough to be able to recognize 2 luminaries in this field. Dr. Heiss and Professor Dr. Claycamp. They've done fantastic work in this area and really progressing the knowledge forward, and that's fantastic. And so they have really shown the light on the path forward to really gaining knowledge and really helping the patients to have hope for the future. And so it's very exciting to think about, like I said, in 10 years, what are we going to be talking about? And a lot of this work, a lot of this research takes time. It takes years to do. And so the foundation has been really involved with a lot of different groups and organizations and teams all over the world to plant the seeds that hopefully are going to yield some great reward later on. But I just wanted to share with you some of the research that is going on right now. You've probably already heard us talk about the PCORI study, where they're looking at decompression with pediatric patients. Well, they've already finished phase 1 of that study, and the results are actually going to be published in the New England Journal of Medicine, so that is really exciting. The foundation is listed as an author, so we've been very close to the team working on that, and that is at 42 sites. I mean, that is a lot of moving pieces, and so it's a really compliment to the team that works on that with Caitlin and Mary and Dorothy. And they're working with fantastic people. They are now moving on to phase 2, and they just received some NIH funding for that, which is very exciting. David Limbrick is heading that up, and so that is fantastic news. And then you also, another study you hear us talk about is this Chiari Surgical Success Scale. We talk about that. That is now having 22 partners from across the U.S., and we are now expanding it internationally. And when you're looking at the people that are involved with that, I mean, there's some really big players. I mean, you have Brown University, Johns Hopkins, the Metropolitan Surgery Group, you got the University of Alabama, you have the University of Michigan, you have the Dayton Children's Hospital, you have the Mayfield Clinic, the Children's Hospital of Colorado, Texas Children's Hospital, the University of Utah, the Rady Hospital in San Diego, and then the new international partner is the Macquarie University in Sydney. And so we're very excited about that. We're collecting data on that, and I look forward to telling you updates on that at some of these future events. But the other study that is going on, I mean, these take a long time to do, so it's very early level. This is getting the guidelines setting up, getting the teams all together, and that is doing the work looking at craniocervical instability and seeing what is the surgical effectiveness of doing a fusion and looking at that. So again, this is early stage, but this is again planting the seeds that hopefully are going to have great yield later on. And the last one I wanted to share is we have just announced that we are funding a research center at Northeastern University with Frank Loth leading that up. And he is going to be doing some complex image analysis of Chiari patients as well as non-Chiari patients and looking at the flow of CSF fluid, right? The spinal fluid, looking at it and seeing what is new knowledge, what light can we shine on that to have greater understanding. And so this is really fantastic work that the team is doing, and it gets really exciting to think about what are we going to talk about in 10 years. When we are at this event for the 24th anniversary, what are we going to be talking about? And we are lucky to have great partners. We have clinicians, we have researchers, and we really are making an effort to bring in the patients. And we are going to be shining the light on this, but it is your support, especially with the donors, it is your support that allows us to shine a brighter light and to be able to look further down the pathway to have greater knowledge and give greater support for these patients. So thank you very much for that. This has been a wonderful evening, and I know we still have Lori to talk, but thank you all very much.